We're going to catch up with events now in Birmingham overnight and speak to somebody who saw what happened. It's an eyewitness account from Phil Oldershaw who joins us, who says parts of the city were like a war zone yesterday. Phil joins us now. Morning, Phil.
Yes, good morning.
Started what, about 6 o'clock yesterday evening, was it?
It started around about 6 o'clock. I was literally on my way home from work, walking through the centre of town, St Philip's Cathedral, when I came across about 40 youths that had already got together at the back of House of Fraser, and they started to put through windows of shops. 2 shops had the windows put through back there. I actually went over to talk to 2 police officers, 2 bobbies on bikes as such, one of which I knew, and I said, look, can you see what the guys are doing down there? And they said, yes, actually, but we can't do anything. We've been put onto the bikes. It's a special team. And then literally, as we were talking about that, about 10, 12 riot vans turned up and all the riot police got out, which was a very structured routine. They had their routine planned and they started to cordon off areas. But I think the interesting part was that, of course, the youths in question that had put all those windows through just ran off to another part of the street. Literally from where I was stood by the cathedral, we then looked down the hill towards New Street, which is the main shopping street of Birmingham, and there was about 80-odd youths running along New Street screaming and shouting. We could hear crashing coming from further on down there. That was just the beginning.
Yeah.
The night went on from there. Later on, around about half 11 last night, I was with a friend at the Holiday Inn on the first floor terrace. From there, we could hear a commotion, and there was crowds of youths building up, police vans whizzing around everywhere. And then finally, there was about 200 to 300 youths below us, and they started smashing the windows and the shutters of Richer Sounds, which is a big electrical store. And I don't know if you've got the video footage there. That they were running out with plasma screens and electronic hi-fi equipment. Yeah. And we were literally filming it on our phones. It was, from what you see on the TV, for a person that's lived in the city centre and also worked in the city centre for in excess of 20 years, it was quite a surreal experience because it was like organised lawlessness. I think the interesting part was it was like cat and mouse.
Yeah, Phil, I just wanted to ask you that, Phil. We were just looking again at the pictures that you shot. Did you get the impression, you were talking about the police turning up and having a set routine that they went through. Did you get the impression, though, that the looters were sort of one step ahead of them, were able to react somehow with their communicating with each other and saying, right, police are here, let's go somewhere else?
I've got to be honest with you, they were most definitely one step ahead. We were talking, there was plenty of people in the hotel last night, and we were all talking. We were just saying it was a bit of a joke, really, because unfortunately the police were doing their best, but they had to turn up in mass. Maybe it's a security thing, but the organised crime was just one step ahead of them. They was from one place to another before the police had a chance to do anything. It was quite a sad state of affairs. Yeah. Plenty of police, plenty of dogs, but very little catching taking place.